Very good evening, everybody. Hello, this is Mohan Pachisia, and very good evening to all of you. This is on a Sunday evening, the weekly technical analysis video for the coming week. The last 1 week in the Indian markets, we had not got many trading sessions because of the Diwali week and the holiday, etc. However, there have been stocks which have come to our limelight, some interesting stocks to discuss. And like always, I will definitely, come from the first picture, which is the index. I'll come from there first. And in the index, as we discussed, there is a resistance zone which is up here. And until these resistance zones are significantly taken out, it becomes very difficult for the market to see a stream of up move continuing. We must not forget that we have seen extremely sharp downtrends in the recent past. However, there are stocks which have been showing a lot of power and a lot of up move strength which has been there. Overall, the cues are mixed. I see that there are some stocks which are very bearish, some stocks which are very bullish. And today we are going to discuss the stocks which should be on our limelight as traders, which we feel out of our analysis should be on our limelights. And the reasons why they're technically well poised right now to be looking for a trade into. Let's start with Adani Ports. I've been tracking the chart of Adani Ports for some time now, and I'm trying to make this analysis very, very simple and so that anybody who's on the YouTube channel can watch this. Those who want to follow me on Telegram can click on the link below and they can follow me on the Telegram channel which I have. I have more than 6,000 followers on the Telegram channel. I'm more than sure you will love the things which we share during even the live market hours. And on YouTube also you subscribe to the channel, because on YouTube you can go back and check out all my past free webinars, etc. Adani Ports is the first pick, and Adani Ports has shown some really interesting developments in the recent past. Now, if you see that the stock which has fallen significantly has shown some sort of a very strong base building over here. Now, very strong base building does not really mean anything until the breakout happens. And overall, on the weekly chart and the monthly chart are in an uptrend. So we must not underestimate this either. So one of the things which I feel could be very interesting in the coming week would be Adani Ports. On the hourly chart, this stock has shown developments of a different category altogether. Okay. Now they are not there's no particular pattern in place. However, according to the daily chart, one could differentiate and say yes, on the daily chart there is some sort of a cup and handle pattern which is happening. Now this is not a very significant cup and handle. However, there's a resistance which has been tested a couple of times and can be right to break. The interaction points along these lines are very important, and one can note a possible up move in Adani Ports beyond the level of 340-45 zone. So let me just draw the line for you to make it easy for you guys. Around this zone, you can say that okay, 340 is the resistance, so maybe 2 rupees more for additional confirmation. If we break these levels with strength, we could possibly see higher higher levels coming up. And if the higher levels come up, the targets could go close to 8 to 10% also, given the pattern target. Okay. The other stock which I have on my radar uh, are a group of pharma stocks. Pharma have been doing very well recently, and in this week we saw further developments and confirmations that corrections and sideways moves are over, and there are more highs to come in stocks like Oro Pharma, where I see that there is stock is finally, after making a higher high on the weekly chart, is also done a lot of sideways development, which has later led to a breakout. Now, at least in the previous week, we were till around somewhere here, and now this additional development goes to show that the stock has got a very bullish essence to it. So, those who are traders can look for short-term up moves in pharma with, and we want to be in places where there is a strong trend. So, we would like to choose these kind of stocks. Similar to that, Divis Labs also showing some sort of higher high which could come. However, Divis Lab could be slightly questionable, as due to the volatility of the stock, the entry point is not really there. But for those who are tracking things on intraday, We look for certain intraday moves that can come about and that can be very interesting in the coming few days, or short-term moves, because the next weekly video, by then five candles will go away, five more candles will be there, right? So you can see some development on the bullish side. So keep this on the radar. On the bearish side, also I've got some stock, but before that, I'd like to discuss ICICI Bank, which has been showing extremely good bullishness, one of the most outperforming private sector banks. On the weekly chart, we see that the stock is poised to go towards higher highs. As well on the daily chart in the recent past, we have seen that this important cluster of candles. So when this kind of cluster is happening, you can imagine there's a very strong interaction between the buyers and sellers on the daily chart. So on the positional side, this comes out to give us certain clarity about direction. And over here, it's up. We see a very high volume candles and extremely good up move over here. I personally feel that when this consolidation comes to an end, we could see further higher highs which would come about. And due to this being one of the lifetime high areas, so lifetime zone areas, and there's another lifetime high over here, and there's a high over here. These are very important points ICICI Bank is heading to. Such important interaction points are the places where the price also repels and also attracts. So both the cases are there. So right now we see that the price is heading towards that direction. So very interesting chart on ICICI Bank. On the other hand, I've got stocks like Godrej Consumer Products, which I spoke about in the previous weekly video also, which you can check on YouTube. And here we saw that the ongoing long-term, or not long-term, medium-term downtrend could continue, which I spoke about. I personally feel that this stock, if you look at the structure of the price movement on the daily, this area where there has been a cluster of candles and something interesting has happened between buyers and sellers, are showing us decisive bearishness. Move towards new lows or probably a further dip in the stock can be looked forward to. So those who are intraday traders can look forward this stock for downside, Godrej Consumer Products. And one more stock which I have on my radar for being on the downside would be now Balakrishna Industries. Now I know it has fallen down already significantly in the last few days, but if we look at the weekly chart, it has taken out a major low, and that is what it took out. That is what took my attention to it. And after seeing such lows and amidst all this volatility, an extension of this downside is easily possible. Now, if the stock happens to digest its gain and go sideways, we can use the that time period to wait and watch and see which direction it takes, which can highly likely be down. And the long-term wave counts, etc., over here are showing a lot of bearishness for the stock to continue at the moment, and we could see much lower levels coming, not just in the next 1 week, but in the next quite a few weeks. So, keeping this the weekly chart of Balakrishna Industries, keeping that in mind, it is very interesting to be on the short side. So those who keep asking me how do I pick stocks, etc., you can make a list of these stocks and keep a note before your trading day and your trading week what you can look forward to and what you can watch out for. So this technical analysis video which I do for the weekly basis, I try to make it as simple and as much based on the price structure, trying to pick up areas where enough strength is and trying to pick up areas in the stocks where we can actually find that there is something significant which is happening. And just to tell you all, even those who are following my Telegram channel, in December, the December first week, there is a new course batch starting on technical analysis. So if you are interested in the technical analysis course, which is a complete 15 session course, starting from the very basics of technical analysis and then to the more advanced topics, you can definitely contact my team and definitely contact my friend's name and number is given over here. You can definitely contact Chavan, and it is a full-fledged course with Saturday, Sunday batches. The course will go on for 2 months. The fees is just 12,500 rupees if you register in time. and the recordings will be available for students who might not be able to attend a session or two. Of course, the recordings are available, and you can see those recordings as many times for 1 week. So, guys, anybody interested can contact us. A very important batch is coming up, and I've added some very interesting things to the course also. So, this is the weekly technical analysis video. Stay tuned for the next week video and some free webinars which you might find in my free Telegram channel down there. So click that link to join my Telegram channel. Thank you so much. Have a lovely week ahead. I had a great time. Take care. Goodbye.